Lesedi Khanya Dumela Basotho ba batle Thoetsana le Tlhankana. Tsatsing lena we are welcoming you to Art Lounge with Atandwa, and we remember that the show is about everyone in the creative industry doing something with our minds, with our hands, and even probably with their feet. So today we have one of the best, if not photographers, videographer, Jaden Maphathe. He has worked with a lot of people in the country, he's worked with a lot of artists, he's worked with one of the best culture agency in the country, Sutu Kids Agency. So today we're going to hear more about him, and stay tuned because we have a very epic episode.
I say look at the people. Look at the
people. As I always say, let's say Oko rejetse hore na o mang. Who is Jaden Maphathe?
What's up, Puto you, man? Batla ele brode ha go. Empa ke tla leka hore ke tso re go tswa. Ka lebitso ke Khotso Maphathe. Empa ke tsebahala ka lebitso lena la Jaden Maphathe in my line of work. Ke mofukeng ka seboko. Ke motho wa hole empa he ke nana ha ke tshilo jwalo motho sa tla tseba
Okay, so what is your profession in the entertainment industry? You are not professional.
Profession ndare kaofela, but then tse ke participate ho tsona within the entertainment industry. I'm still focused on photography and video production.
Okay.
Yes.
So tell me, is it necessary, like most of the times, for artists in the entertainment industry to go to school for these things? In the entertainment industry?
Well, it depends on how you look at it. But from my perspective and my understanding, the entertainment industry requires one to be creative. And with that being said, I think we can all agree that even though some people, stereotype people, might disagree, school really can't teach you creativity.
It can't, yeah.
You understand? It can teach you the rules, you can have all the answers, but if you don't have the eye or if you don't have the mind, you will not survive.
Wow.
You understand? Because yes, you can go to school, you can get your diplomas, you can get your masters, but if you don't have an eye or you don't have the mind, if you don't have a spark of creativity, if you don't have the creative energy within you, then you won't survive. You will be bitten by somebody who didn't even go to school.
So do you have any experience of that? Peter, anyone who you've been in an environment of people who went to school and you just went like, oh my god, these people went to school, but...
Actually, I have. I have. Funny story. I didn't study for what I did. But which year was it? I think it was in 2019. Yeah, I think it was in 2019. I was part of an organization. In a filmmaker from East London. Aubrey Sydney. Yeah. I was in that. So nerenale nel batho ba bangata the thing go the filmmaker ona nkile the filmmaker put them together. So ihle inele batho be lo they did went to
school for that.
Ba bang they were doing their final years, ba bang ne bana le diploma and they had all the answers. But then when it came down to doing the actual production, execution, it was a problem. You know, they always referred to me, okay, Jaden is the right guy to know how to shoot this, in this. And then I realized, I'm like,
Just go
I
to
should
school.
be learning from these people.
But they're learning
it
from
seems
me.
it seems to be the other way around.
Wow.
You understand? So I think there's a problem within the
Education sector.
educational system in terms of educating creative minds. You understand? Because I feel like the creative, no, not the creative, the educational system that we are in right now caters for only one type of intelligence, and that is memory.
Yeah.
If you can remember things
Something,
well, according to school, you're smart.
Yeah.
If I told you something 2 weeks back and I asked you today, and you give me the exact answer
you're
that
smart.
I gave you, then
Okay.
you're smart. If
Okay.
you try to come up with new ways to answer the questions, but you're still right, but because I didn't teach you that,
Yeah.
you are not smart. So there's that disconnect.
You talked about Ulaya, and everything. So tell me, how long do you have in this industry? Yeah, photography and video production. How long do you have?
I haven't been counting, but
You should count.
We can do the counting right now.
Okay.
I started taking it seriously in 2019. So from 2019
Down now. So it's
till
3
now.
years. Wow.
I can say that.
So take us through the journey of the whole 3 years. Who you've worked with, the people you've worked with, the artists if you've worked with them. How was it even for you to work with those people in such a short space of 3 years? What is the journey? Tell us more about the journey.
All right. Right after high school, I didn't perform well. But I had an A in English.
Okay.
I didn't perform well, so I had to go for supplementary. I did that, but I wasn't doing it for myself because by the time I had realized that school really can't do much for me in that sector. So as soon as that was in 2018. Then 2019, I got accepted to go study arts at FIOFS. But then, unfortunately, my parents couldn't sponsor
For you to go
me to go there. So it came with depression. I was depressed for a very long time. I got involved with drugs and all of that. And then I stumbled upon something that changed my life forever. Because I've always been curious. So I've always loved doing research on my own. For example, when I was still in high school, I was teaching myself IT and I got really good at it. I taught myself graphic design, got really good at it. And I came across something called astrology. I had a fascination about stars, and as I went deeper into it, I came across something called numerology. So I want to explain what numerology is. If you know, you know. If you don't, then forget about it.
Okay.
So
I feel like you're still not giving us exactly the journey of videography. I want the journey of videography and photography. But I mean, he has a lot to talk about. Since I work on numerology and astronomy, we'll talk to him right after the break.
Look at the nation.
Welcome back to the show. We're still sitting with Jaden Maphathe. That you were still giving us your journey through video production and photography from those ages, starting 19 down till now. How was the journey and how has it been? So it's a woman, what have you learned through it?
All right. When I started in 2019, I did a little bit of research. Then I realized that at the time, a lot of people were being involved in this modeling thing. So I decided to create sort of a community of photographers and models, well, aspiring photographers and models. I created that for me to learn and also for other people to learn, especially with models, because those are the people that I practiced with. Just to mention a few names, the likes of Plus Size Queens, Babato Ditladi, Rosen Hagani. There's quite a lot of people that we started with. We started that movement, we went on, and unfortunately we had to end it. And then I started working on my own. I had worked with Sutu Kids, and then later on I went on with managing it. From there, with artists, I've also done music videos. The first ever attempt to a music video I've done was with Videographer. I remember Nerishuta Pinahaye Bitwang Palafala Difapal. It was just a short. It was more like a teaser. So time went. I met with Morena Sway. I really liked his song Simatata. Then we decided to do a music video for it.
Wow.
Then we shot that. The people really liked it, and then I went on to work with Videographer again on an official music video this time for his song called Tonto. So apart from that, I've done a lot of corporate work, because that's the most work that I've done. I've worked with Bukamoso, I've worked with LNBS, I've worked with a whole lot of companies, and some of the information I can't talk about here.
Okay.
Yes, but it's really been an amazing journey till now, and it's amazing what one can do in just
3 years. Wow.
Yeah.
So, the one with Stephen Gotubet. In the country last year, I heard it was noise. Stephen Gotubet. Stephen Gotubet is the best, is the best, is the best. But I saw you working with him, and I saw you trending along, Bomo Sama Lefani going trending how, you understand? So what I'm trying to say is, what I want to hear more in the journey, happy o bone bo mang ba ntse ba follow the footsteps tsa hao, o bone bo mang ba ntse ba batla ho etsa ntho e etsang. Taba go say Stephen Gotubet has had what impact in your life as a videographer?
Working with Stephen, I can't really say I've worked with Stephen.
Okay.
It was all just in terms of collaborations. You understand? Because I think I've been on a shoot with him. He was shooting those lads' heads. You understand? We were doing that photo shoot, so I was just shooting the behind the scenes for a project that I wanted to include him in. We have a project of a magazine. We call it Southern Magazine. So we had wanted to interview him. So I was there during that shooting the behind the scenes for that interview that we're going to do with him. So we did that interview. It's out there. You can check it on the Southern Magazine, on Facebook or IGTV. Okay. Yeah, it's still there.
For someone as close as you, how do you handle the media outside? How do you handle working with, as you said, models? How do you professional when it comes to your work? For someone as close as you, but okay, now I'm going to work with this. How do you handle the media in total?
Okay, before I answer the question, please tell me, what do you mean by as someone who is close? I don't understand.
You get like how people know your work,
yeah,
but they don't know you.
Yeah.
as a person.
Of which I like it like that.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. How do you handle the media for someone like you are whole? It's no.
Yeah.
But for someone like you who's closed, how do you handle the media when you get outside, when you work with these people? How do you handle them? Okay, now I'm being professional, and they should also be professional level in your house.
Nah, I'm just myself. I'm just myself. I've been told that I'm quite charismatic. So my energy alone. If I come to you in a professional manner, then you will feel that energy. You feel that energy. Or okay, now it's time to work.
Okay.
We need to be serious. We can't be fooling around. If we are playing, then we will play.
Okay.
Please.
I think I have a serious question right now. How impactful do you think videography and photography is to the government or to the youth or any social aspect of development? How do you think it's impactful?
It's very, 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 very impactful, especially during this time and day when people are all over social media. They are on their phones. People are constantly on their phones. If they are not on their phones, they are on their TV. So that's video content out there. You understand? And it plays a very huge role in passing messages. You understand? Entertaining people. You understand? And in terms of government, there are a lot of things that the government should communicate to the people. You understand? And that's where video production comes in. Photography comes in. Where do you see video production coming in? Through the government, the news. They present the news, but I still feel like they need to expand their scope of passing information through media, so that ba kgone ho fihlela le batho ba banyane, ba kgone ho etsa content e etsang jwang e le batho ba banyenyana ba tla understand. You understand? So in terms of tabeng tsa body, your models and it's your actors, it's life for them because they get to act in those movies that we like so much. They are able to make a living off of that. You understand? So media is very important.
Okay.
It's
one last question before we go to the break. Do you think you are, as acclaimed, one of the best actually in the country? Do you think when in your mental state, more you can say, yeah, I'm one of the best, as people claim you to be?
Yeah, well, people consider me to be one of the best, but I don't really compare myself to other people like that, because in the creative industry as artists, there's no competition. So only competition is in myself. You know, I compete with myself. If I was good yesterday, today I got to be better. And tomorrow I got to be better than
yesterday
I am today. You understand? So I am the best that I can be today.
Wow. He said that you have to compete with yourself, not compete with other people. So in whatever field that you are doing, make sure when you perfected your own self, and then your work will speak for you. We are going to an ad break.
Look at the nation.
It's a little at Lounge with Atandra.
I said, look at the
Jaden, tell me, do you think Musabetsu o yetsang onale cut. Why can you put a oh, hey. Good. What do you think lacks in the industry that you are in? Go unahana o ako improve mona etsang tjena na hantle le ntse le fosa kae kae kapo okay ntse le etsang hantle tjena tswelang pele. What do you think?
What lacks is that we don't have an industry yet. We don't have an entertainment industry, because for us to have an industry, we have to have laws that govern the industry. You understand? A common understanding in a whole lot of factors. So I think what needs to be corrected as of now is we as creatives, we need to come together. We need to form organizations. You understand? Ke etsa mohlala, ne? Ke tla bua ka photography, ne? We have people, they are doing photo shoots for 5 rand.
Yeah.
You understand? And then we have other people who are doing photo shoots for 500. And then we have other people who are doing photo shoots
For 1,500.
for 1,500.
Yeah.
You understand? So there is that disconnect. Right now, I can quote somebody a wedding, somebody who bought photos and video for their wedding. I quote them 50,000.
Yeah.
And then they're like, "Why are you so expensive?"
Yeah.
So and so said they can do it for 2,000.
Yeah.
You understand? So if you can't shoot a wedding for 2,000 because out of that 2,000 you're going to spend a lot of money and your profits had you understand?
Okay.
So we really need to come about together so that we share information you understand? Because equipment there photography is expensive. So you need to charge accordingly. You need to brand yourself accordingly. You need to present yourself accordingly. You have to work on your craft. You understand? Because I feel like a lot of people, a lot of names are popping out right now, but we can't really boast about them. You understand? It's only a few people saying, okay, these people are making a killing.
Even though a lot of names are popping up. So, for us to improve, for the industry to improve, that what is lacking is that we haven't had the word industry. Has to be intact.
We need to come together.
Yes. Okay. So tell me, when you're talking about coming together, how has been the support system in your life? Because we all know this. When our parents, when you tell them, "Mom, I want to do this," and they don't understand, they have this African parents, you know.
Yeah.
So I want to know, take me through the journey of you having support, or not even having it, but the support from your friends, your parents, everyone around you. How was that?
Well, starting off, I didn't have much support. Because nearly into, you know, hey, who are you? You understand? So I would always go to, like I mentioned earlier, that group I formed, Jaden Maphathe and photographers. I would always be there. Like every weekend I was out shooting. I would have a photo shoot session with about 15 models. I'm shooting, I fly, I'm editing, I'm delivering. So my parents see me working, but they see no money coming in.
Yeah.
You understand? So they became to discourage me in certain ways. Maybe you should consider this, consider that. But I told them like, no, just watch. And then time went. I got a gig with New Millennium. I shot their prom. I brought money home.
And then they were happy.
Gave them the envelope.
Of
I'm like,
course.
here's my money.
Because that's the only time I think our parents are happy. When we bring something on the table. Okay, coming to an end, what would you say to an African child who sees photography as something that is actually happening, you know, but you know, what would you say to them as what I call you sometimes as a mentor for other people? What would you tell them? You want to venture into this. Okay, here's the pros and the cons. Here's 1, 2, 3.
Well, one thing and the most important thing is craft. You need to perfect your craft.
Oh,
you
women
need
want to
to,
craft.
you need
You
to,
won't understand it from him. It's from him. It's craft. It's craft. Okay.
You will drop out.
He craft. Come on, yes.
So yeah, you need to take your reps. You need to make sure craft your how get product your how. So you need to make sure that your product is on point. And if your product is going to be expensive, it needs to have quality in you know, tabo in charge. So the most important thing is product. The fact that product is perfect, then about business. Then cause in photography is business. Don't treat it as a hobby. And as much as it can start off as a hobby, but at the end of the day, it needs to be a business. So you need to study business. You need to study marketing. There's a lot. I wish we had more time and I could expand so that I'm meeting such a person. I'm a male, then I own something out of that. But the most important thing is product. They are how really sharp. It's easier to run it.
On Facebook, he is Morena Maphathe. On Instagram, he is Morena Maphathe. Guys, he's worked with a lot of people. You've heard his story. You'll hear more from him if you inbox him. Just humbly, hi. Thank you so much for being on the show. Thank you so much for coming.
Thank you for having me.
You now have your own studio photography called Didima. You also hear more about that. Again, thank you so much for joining us on At Lounge with myself, Atanda Naledi Ranana. It was a very epic episode, and we'll see you next time. Ciao.